Is that your little boy?
Hi, 21 months.
Kahi. Hi, Kahi. How are you? Well, you know, you have a lot of nice stuff at your table here. Let me take a look at what you have here. Wow. Do you make this?
Me and my friend make all the pearl jewelry.
Oh, you and your friend. That is so cool. Well, I don't know if you noticed us across the way from you. Did you see our table over there?
I did. I was just wondering what you guys were doing.
Yeah, actually, did you see this picture? I'm going to just show it to you. What do you think of this picture?
Yeah, I saw the picture. It's kind of disturbing. At first I didn't know what was going on, and then I asked you. It's quite disturbing to think that they're still doing things like that in schools. I mean, if you know things like that are happening in homes, but to think that it's happening in our schools and something so public.
Right, right. How do you feel knowing that beautiful jewelry you make? Do you pay taxes on your jewelry that you sell? Do you know some of that money pays for these bruises? This is our tax dollars at work, because teachers are government paid workers, and they're allowed to use, I know your son might think this is like a piece of wood that maybe he would use maybe playing around with a boat or something, but this is actually the cause of the injuries that, yeah. Now, let me ask you something. Do you live in this state?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that your little boy, the little cute little boy in your lap, if you move to Texas, by the time he turns, let's say, 5 years old and he enters kindergarten, do you know that whether you like it or not, his teacher could take this wooden board and beat him, and you, even with a slip that says, "Do not hit my child," they can beat your child and send him home, send that cute little boy home looking like this. How does that make you feel?
We don't hit my child. It brings me to tears to think that somebody would play their camera.
Yes, and I see how upset you are. It has brought you to tears.
Yeah.
Doing this 4 years, and I'm just trying to get people to know that little cute little guys like that, if they live in Texas, if they live in Mississippi, if they live in Arizona, if they live in Wyoming, if they live in Tennessee, the teachers can take a wooden board like that and beat them.
I find it absurd that you know, especially if you say, "I don't want to be a part of whatever program you're doing," and my child is, you know, I can't believe that, you know, it's hard to believe that that your wishes aren't respected.
Exactly. I have a woman in Texas. Her name is Lisa, and her son was brutalized. And look over there. Do you see those bruises on that buttocks over there? Her son's buttocks was much worse than that. And you know what the principal said when the mom went up there, just like you, crying about the fact that they brutalized her son? Do you want me to tell you what the principal said to her? He said, "A red butt, so what?" That's what could you imagine somebody doing that to that little darling son, and then he's going to say, "A red butt, so what?" Her son hates school now. He's afraid to go to school. And the principal is still employed, and the boy is now needing a pill to go to school in order to handle being able to attend school, because he is so freaked out about what they can do to him. They have changed his life. Isn't that sad? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. And I'm so glad that you love your son and you're protecting him, and that he's not in a state where people are still doing this barbaric, archaic practice. But anyway, let me ask you, I just want to ask you one last question. Our President Barack Obama, as well as State Secretary of Education Arne Duncan, and Department of Education and Labor Chairman George Millais, if you were able to meet all three of them in one room, what would you say to them?
I'd say that it needs to stop. It's like what you said, that it needs to stop here. It can't continue like that. It's ridiculous to think that a place where they're supposed to feel safe and they're supposed to go and learn, that they're being hit instead, and that you can't beat your child into submission or into acting the way you want.
Yeah.
Teach them.
Yeah.
This is absolutely absurd.
Could you imagine wanting to go to school once you've been brutalized? I mean, who wants to go? To learn when they know they could be beaten. Yeah. He probably knows how to play with this and turn it into a toy, huh? Let's see what he does with that.
What is that? What is it?
Makes music when you play on it.
What is it, Duncan? Did you hear that noise? Wow.
Yeah.
Can you hear it when it goes like that?
Well, I'm really happy that he will never be brutalized with that board. So thank you again. Bye-bye. Pretty heavy.